Welcome back for the final topic. Again, today we'll be going over topic 3 in your credit, depending on where you're starting. Either track 2, this is 1B of Math 180, and it'll turn to page 21, or you'll be doing credit 5 if you're starting on track 1. It's the same material, and as you can see, it's also the same page. So no matter what track you're starting in, whether it's track 1 or 2, Math 180 1B credit 1 or Math 180 1A credit 5, it's the same material we'll be going over today. So make sure you're on that page because we're going to start right now with the do now. So here it says Sophia, oh sorry about that. It says Sophia, who's right? Sophia and Jacob found two different answers to the same problem. So here they divided 3 into 20. Here they both got a 6 as their answer. However, Sophia got a remainder 3 and Jacob got a remainder 2. Who's right? So in your opinion, who was correct, and how would you help the person who solved the problem incorrectly? Think about why that person got the incorrect remainder. So that's the error right there in case you didn't see that, because the remainders are different. As to why they got that as a remainder instead of the correct one. So take some time, pause, think about it, give them some advice. And moving on to the first lesson for topic 3, model fractions as division. So here we have a word problem. 3 pies are shared equally by 4 people. How much of a pie does each person get? So the first thing we're going to do is that there are 3 pies, so 3 will go here, and there are 4 people. Right now, do you think every person's going to be able to get one whole pie? So if there's 4 people, yes, my happy faces are the people. Do you think they're going to all be able to share, have one pie each? Well, if we do that, this guy is going to be sad because he gets no pie if we do that. So they're all going to have to get less than one whole pie, is what I'm saying. So here it says divide the whole into equal parts. So because there are 4 people, we'll be dividing these circles into 4 pieces. So everyone gets 1 of each. So like the first person would get, so as you can see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces. So let's break it up into 4 equal pieces. Go ahead and pause here and see if you can do that before you see what the result would be. And that should be that person getting 3 slices, 3 slices, 3 slices, 3 slices. So no one gets a whole pie, just 3 slices. We can write this as an equation as 3/4, or 3 divided by 4 is 3/4. We can also write the equation so that the fraction goes first. So instead of 3/4 coming at the end, we can write it so that 3/4 comes first, and then 3 divided by 4. This is known as the commutative property. We can definitely write either way. Now, as far as not the order of 3 and 4, because that would change the fraction, but as far as the equation, the answer part doesn't always have to go on the right. The answer part can go on the left. Moving on, again, pause here, see if you can try this one out before I kind of show you the result, because in the practice section you will have to do this on your own without me doing every step for you. And I'm trusting you that you paused. Trusting. Here, that's 6 pies that are shared equally by 8 people. So that's 6 divided by 8. Since there are 8 people, we're going to divide each one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into 8 slices. So as you can see, we have 48 slices. So let's break them up into 8 equal pieces. So essentially, every one person will get about like I said, 6/8. Now you can write out 6/8. You could see if you can draw it out. I think it would look something like that. Although I am not the best drawer, you don't have to be either. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slices each. Again, you don't have to be the best drawer. As you can see, I'm not. But make sure, oh, it looks like Pac-Man, that you actually draw this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I try and make them even, but you know, it's a sketch. So try and make them as even as possible. I'm not going to do the rest, but you get the idea. So that would be 6 divided by 8. That would be 6/8, or we can put the fraction part first. Right, that is 6/8 is equal to 6 divided by 8. All right, so, oh, there they are. That's what they should have looked like. So just in case you were wondering. Yeah. All right, so this is a new lesson for topic 3. It's lesson 3, expressing whole numbers as fractions. So it says divide whole parts into equal parts, and you're given a fraction. So we given 5 equals blank divided by 6. So what we'll do is there's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole parts. We're going to divide that, so there's 5 circles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to divide them into 6 pieces. So we're going to cut into 6 pieces, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing here, same thing there, same thing there, same thing there. Now in your examples they go over a different method of which to calculate what is that missing piece. In this example you'll find that what we're going to do is there's 5 circles and there's 6 pieces. So 5 times 6 would be 30. So that means that 30 divided by 6 is 5. And let's just verify that. So if 30 goes here and 6 goes there, would 30 divided by 6 get me 5? Pause here, check. And it does. This is also a great way for you to check. So if, let's say, for some reason I had a brain fart and I said that it's 25, right? And I wanted to check to see if 25 was indeed the answer. So 25 divided by 6, would that equal 5? Obviously no, but I'm just saying this is a great way to kind of just check your answer to see if it is indeed correct. So try this one out, pause before I show you how to do this one. See if you can create the circles, if you can create step 2, how to find the missing box, and then of course verifying your solution. And I'm trusting that you paused, so that would be 5 circles, and we're going to cut each one up into 2 pieces. 2 pieces. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we're going to do is, how many circles are there? Well, there's 5. And how many pieces are we going to cut them into? 2. So 5 times 2 would be 10. So let's say we have 10 here. Let's verify to see if this is correct. So that's 10 divided by 2. Is 10 divided by 2 5? Why, yes it is. So that is verified. The next lesson we're going to go over is actually the last lesson of the credit. So here it says represent remainders as fractions. So it says write a fraction as division problem. So here what we're going to do is we're going to estimate. So this top number is not a multiple of 6, but let's see, do we round down to 120 or round up to 130? Now I know normally we'd say, oh, we round up because, you know, that number is greater than 5, but think about it. Of the 2 choices I presented you with, which is a multiple of 6? And if you forgot your multiples, like 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, which one of these closely resembles one of these multiplication tables? 120, right? So it's 120 divided by 6. So estimated 6 goes into 12, or that times tables here, 6 times 2, right? Now I know 6 times 2 is 12, not 120. So my estimate's going to be a little bit bigger, that 20. That's where that extra 0 comes from. I'm going to use my estimate to kind of divide. So here I know 6 is what I'm going to divide by. So 6 times 20 is 120, right? So 6 times 20 is 120. If I subtract, I get 7. All right, what's the next 6 times tables I can use that's closest to 7? Do you think it's 6 times 1, 6 times 2, or 6 times 3? 6 times 1, right? 6 times 1 is 6. So I'm going to write 1 here. And I'll put 6 down here. So 7 take away 6 is 1. So essentially, that's my remainder. So 127 divided by 6 would be 21 with a remainder 1. And we'll rename that remainder as a fraction. So 127 divided by 6 is 21 1/6. So just notice that the remainder will be our denominator, and whatever we divided by will be our denominator. Oh, that kind of sounds divided by denominator, kind of, so that way it's a memory tool. See that? All right, let's go on to the next one. So here it says write a fraction as division, a division problem. So here, are we going to keep it 50 or round down to 40? Keep in mind that I want that to be a multiple of 4. So would that be 4 times 8, 4 times 9, 4 times 10? What would be closest to one of these multiples? 4 times 10, right, would be 40. And my estimate for that is 10. Now, that's right there. I'm going to use this for when we divide. So, again, 4 times 10 is 40. So I'm going to write 10 up here. So that number goes there. And 40 on the bottom. 50 take away 40 would be what? 10. All right, what's another 4's times tables that's closest to 10 without going over? 4 times 1, 4 times 2, or 4 times 3? 4 times 2. 4 times 2 would be 8. So I'll write 2 here, 8 here, and that would be 10 take away 8 is 2. So I have a remainder of 2. My answer for this one would be 50 divided by 4. It has a remainder of 2, and 10 plus 2 is 12. So we can rewrite this as a fraction. 50 divided by 4 is 12 with a remainder of 2/4. All right. On the next part, we will be going over the practice section, so make sure to take a look at that video so that you can, and that begins on page 17 of your practice section, whether you're starting in this credit or in the next credit. I'll see you on the next video.